This is the story of my failed attempt to finish a 100k race at Ottsjö in Sweden. Oh, it is so beautiful. That's why you run mountain marathons. Stupid mud, stupid mountains. I think I'm the last one. Journey began on July 31st, the day before the race. With my hiking shoes on and running gear in a suitcase, I was walking to Uppsala Central Station to catch an early train to Undersöker. My train was leaving in the morning, so I stopped at the shop to buy myself breakfast and lunch. The train journey takes about 6 hours, and my plan for today was to be as much of a vegetable as I could to rest those legs for tomorrow. After arriving at Undersöker, taxi took me to Ottsjö Värdhus Hotel, and after leaving my bag in, I went to a grocery store to buy some food. I'm packing for tomorrow's run. And let me show you what I will have to carry with me. There are a couple of things that you have to take with you on this kind of long run, compulsory. So you need to take a long sleeve top, a buff, gloves, extra trousers, extra jacket, and I will be packing it all into my backpack. Then you have to take first aid kit, and I'm also taking a lot of plasters for myself. You have to take headlamp in case it gets dark when you finish. Also, I'm taking my running shades. I will be carrying my phone in this hip pocket. I'm taking this in case I get injured and I need to wrap my ankle or something. I'll take my cap, raincoat. Oh yes, also it's compulsory to have a whistle and a compass. I will also take some wet wipes with me just in case it's going to be really dirty. And a power bank. I have a very small power bank for my phone. And as you can see, a lot of food. I'm not sure how much food I can fit into my backpack, but I will try now. Also here I have prepared my clothes to run in, shorts, t-shirt, my headband, and these I will leave at the starting line, which is also, they will take them to a finish line. And I'm taking some clothes, which hopefully will be dry when I finish, if I finish. I'm taking some sandals, because I guess my feet will be feeling horrible, and a waterproof bag to put it all in. Then tomorrow morning I will put on plasters straight away. And I have prepared my contact lenses so that in the morning I just get up, put everything on, put on my sunscreen, take the bag and have breakfast and just go. Yes, one more thing I forgot to tell you about. I will be taking second pair of headphones. I will be wearing these, but they will only last for 10 hours, and I would really like to listen to music or books all the way. So I'm also taking my old one which will last for about 4 hours. That would be nice to have music and books all the way. After packing the bag, I went to the Fjällmaraton center to pick up my bib number and time chip. Then I returned to the hotel to have lunch and go to bed. Next day it was an early morning, as the race started at 5 a.m. and I had to catch an organized bus to get to the start line. I'm putting, you see, plasters on the places which I know that I usually get blisters. Guess what? It's not even 5 in the morning and I'm about to try to run a 100-kilometer race. Let's see how it goes. It's one of those moments when it's like, why I'm here? Why? Why am I doing this to myself? But it's also so much fun. I'm so excited. There is the starting line behind me and everyone has hiking, running poles with them, and I do not, because I was like, I'm not buying this, it's too expensive for just one race. But now everyone has running poles with them, and I feel horrible that I do not. It is so dirty. Just following the general pace at the moment, with a bit of running, a bit of walking. It's not very steep, but we're just gradually and slowly going uphill. I seriously regret not taking my jacket off. It's a bit hot now. That's very cute, isn't it? And we have flowers. It looks very beautiful. Ooh, rich. Ooh. That's a bit unstable. Adventure. That was an interesting bridge. A bit unstable and a bit scary, which makes it even more fun. Okay, we're like 5 kilometers in and my legs are already tired. It's really been constant uphill. Now it's a little bit flat and it's about 40 minutes. In 5 minutes I will have to eat something because according to my schedule I decided to eat every 45 minutes. I'm still not hungry. I actually feel very full, but I think I will try to follow my schedule. And I will start with my energy chewies, which are very nice because you can eat them by small pieces and extend over some distance. Yeah, that's the current status. Back! It's so pretty. And the weather is so nice. You know this joke that probability of meeting a dinosaur is 50-50? You will either meet it or not. And it's the same with my race. The probability is 50-50. I will either finish it or not. Which is why I'm doing it. Because I just want to see if I can, honestly. That's the most fun about doing the thing that you've never done before. Will I be able? Won't I be able to do it? Welcome to a beautiful forest, which is the first part of our run. I'm very much looking forward to the mountains. Chewing my energy chews. It's about, can't see, maybe 10 kilometers. Feeling okay. So funny because I know this place. I was hiking here and I remember this bridge. So now I can kind of place myself on the map. You know, it's funny. Trail running is like just a long constant picnic, just with running. Because I've just finished the first back of my sweets and it's time for me to start on the second one. Actually past time, which means I'm probably behind on my fueling, but it's kind of funny. And it's not hot today, which is why I'm not drinking as much, but also I'm not really hungry. I've been having some stomach issues in the last couple of days. I'm really afraid of upsetting it. It's very dirty, and I was trying to avoid the dirt. Sorry, I hate the dirt. But then there was a guy pushing behind me very close, and then he just kind of like stepped into the mud, making a lot of splashes, and now from the back I'm completely covered in mud, and it's not even my fault. It's so not fair when someone else does that to you. "19 kilometers in, according to my watch, which means it's about 3 kilometers left till the first aid station, and I'm very much looking forward to it." So, current status. My left ankle, which was most worried about, is a bit tender, but okay. Actually, the right one bothers me a little bit more. Generally, I feel quite tired, but not too bad yet. Although it's only 20 kilometers. We'll see how it goes. But I would say, at the moment, it feels fine. Yeah, I would say the depending on how I feel at the moment, my focus now moved from trying to make good time to just trying to make it to the end. I have a bit of a headache and it's so stupid, I forgot to take painkillers with me. I will ask at the aid station, hopefully they will have something. I always get this headache on the first day of hiking or running in fresh air. I feel like it's the fault of the fresh air. I'm just too used to the city. First aid station. Yay! Okay, so I'm past the first aid station. And they were so nice, they actually gave me a painkiller. So hopefully it will kick in and kill my headache. I will finish eating this and then I will return to running. And there was a bathroom, which is also really nice. I'm really happy with the weather. It's cool, it's not raining yet. Yeah. It's not going too bad. Let's see how it goes further. Okay, straight off the station, it started going up really steep. I called for it. Yeah, actually now we are going to go up the highest mountain along the whole trail. So that's gonna be tough, but yeah, that's the whole point about running in the mountains, isn't it? Look at those mountains. Isn't it beautiful? But the trail is disgustingly wet. Going up and up and up. Beautiful mountains behind me. Look at the scenery around me. Everywhere. Isn't it amazing? Beautiful. The scenery is just crazy, isn't it? Look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, just so beautiful. That's why you run mountain marathons. The scenery is so amazing. Just wow. Look all around me. I mean, this is just something. Check this out. Oh, wow. It's very annoying. I got my ankle pain. Also, it's so windy. Now I regret taking off my jacket, but I'm too lazy to stop and put it on. But it's still amazing. It's beautiful. But yeah, it's getting harder. This uphill is horrid. It never ends, and I cannot really see the end of it. I'm so tired. half distance. It's so windy. It's so dirty. Look at this. I'm worried. So beautiful. It's so windy. You should be able to hear it, and it makes going up even worse because it's headwind. So it kind of pushes against you again together with the gravity. It makes it so hard to go up, and I'm only on like kilometer 37. No, not 37, 27. It's ridiculous. I've been going for 4 hours, now 27 kilometers, and still such a long way, but my legs are so dead, and my ankle is really hurting. It's amazing. Which is very nice, and the view in front of me is gorgeous. Look at this. control is really acting up. Now it's a little bit less rocky, so I feel it less, but on the rocks it was pretty horrid. So I hope we won't get any more rocks as such, but I doubt it. I will definitely need to ask for more painkillers at the next station. Plus I'm being quite slow, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping to be, well, not halfway by this point, but I don't know, close to halfway. But I'm not even close to the second aid station, which is at 38 kilometers. It's very hard to run. It's very muddy. Oh, it's really crazy. Really steep. Well, I asked for downhill, so I shouldn't complain about it being steep. But I think I'm almost in the valley. Hi! Back to the forest. Just done eating and filling my water bottle. And yeah, the next aid station is at 51 kilometers. Yeah, it's not going great. I'm very exhausted. I have no idea how I'm going to finish the rest. But what I'm worried the most about is the cutoff times, because you have to finish the whole thing within 20 hours. And there are also cutoff times in the middle at 75 and at 82 kilometers. Whew. I feel like when I signed up for this, I wasn't considering how hard it's going to be. It's not about running 100. I bet I can do this, but it's just that it's so difficult to even like walk here. It's muddy, it's roots, it's mountains, it's dirt, and you can't really run. That's the problem. That's why I'm being so slow. And I mean, also I have to admit, because I can't train for trails in a place that has no trails, which is where I live. And when you actually get to the proper trails, you realize that you don't know how to run them. Look at this dirt. It's horrible. Even though it's flat, it's hard to run. It's so dirty. I'm so afraid of sleeping. Yeah, with this horrible dirt, I'm being very slow, and I'm starting thinking, I actually can, it's quite possible that I will not make it. I'm still not even halfway, and yeah, the time is ticking. Why did I not expect this kind of situation? But yeah, I will try to keep on as far as I can, and if they cut me, then so be it. Look at this. I need to change my socks. I'm at 51 kilometer. Now I will put some plaster on, change my socks, get some food and keep on going. So I just passed the halfway point. I didn't even, I was too tired to film anything there. Sorry. But I was so close to like giving up on it. But then I thought, at least I can try to get to 75 in time and then maybe finish it. Also, I met the lady who is one of the organizers and whom I remember from the winter marathon, and she really cheered me up. She said that the second half should be easier than the first half, and I still have more than half of the time left. And then 2 of my friends also cheered for me. They came along. It was so nice. You know, if you see a runner running somewhere, cheer for a runner, because it means so much to us. When someone just tells you, you can do it, and finally you realize that maybe you can do it. I'll keep trying to do it. One thing I should say in this video, that the longest I've run before was 43 kilometers, which means that now at around 52 it's my personal best, and every new kilometer will be my personal best, and I think I should be proud of it. I still want to finish, but even if that doesn't happen, let's see how far I can get in my personal bests. Now I'm basically just fighting the time, because the next cut point is at 75 kilometers. Stupid mud, stupid mountains. I feel like I will not make it in time to 75. Well, it's not over until it's over, so I'll be pushing till 75. And who knows what's going to happen, but I still have 2 mountains to go over till I get to 75. I'm not even at 65. The view is beautiful. The view is amazing. But I wish there wasn't a god of time. I think I'm the last one. Okay, I'm not making it. I have 17 minutes to go and 6 kilometers to run. That is not possible in these conditions and with my legs. So close. Okay, I officially have missed the cutoff time. So now I'm just running to get to 75 kilometers. but they will not allow me to continue further, which is a shame because you see, I can still run. I feel like I'd be able to make it to 100, not with too much difficulty, but yeah, I've lost it on time. What can you do? Okay, now at least I've done the race, not fully, partially, and I know what I was lacking. Well, apart from, I wouldn't even say I was lacking training in general, because 75 kilometers I can still run. I was lacking first the speed, but also I feel like I've spent too much time at the aid stations, and I could have pushed a little bit more to make it past the 75 in time, which means when I do it next time, and now I have to, I'll just keep the time in mind, because I really didn't up till about halfway point when I realized that looks like I'm not making it. Next time I'll try train more, especially with the speed, and heal as much as I can make it on the treadmill, but also I will be more clever about my timing.
Jag har varit hela dagen så blir det mycket sporttryck. Ja, exakt.
Okay, they brought me back to the finish line in a car, because when I didn't make the cut-off time at 75 as I predicted, I couldn't continue further. How do I feel? Am I sad? No, I'm not sad. I enjoyed this day quite a lot. I'm slightly disappointed. More like, no, not disappointed. Embarrassed. Because I was so sure that I will be able to do it. And so many people know that I was running this race. So many people were cheering me on. And now it's so embarrassing to tell them that I couldn't finish it. But I think the main feeling I have at the moment is the feeling of being challenged. Because now I really want to come back next year and finish it. I will have to do more training, definitely. I will definitely need to improve my strategy, should I put it like that. I think I was running at the beginning of the race too fast. I was like 22nd overall, which is ridiculous. And then I was a bit too slow with the mud. And that's because, well, I was kind of too afraid of slipping, and I didn't want to get my shoes dirty, because that's usually the main source of my blisters. But yeah, that was the wrong strategy. I should have just run, because in the end my shoes were horrid. I mean, look, my shoes are horrid, and I lost so much time on that mud. Another thing is that I was so sure of myself that I didn't even consider that I might not make the cutting time. And then somewhere around, I don't know, kilometer 40, I talked to another lady who was running next to me, and she told me that she was really worried about the cutoff at 75 kilometers, because it's really tight. Even if you do even if you like, there is a cutoff at 50, at 75, and 82, I think. And it's quite easy to make the one at 50, but not 75. And then I started thinking about it and started trying to go faster, but it was too late. Basically, I was too relaxed from the beginning. That was another mistake which I made, which I will not make next year when I run the same thing again, which I definitely am planning to do. Great experience though. The trail, the route was so beautiful. It was just amazing. You should just run this race specifically to see the route. It was so nice, which is why I'm still very happy, even though I'm a bit upset about not getting a medal. I was really hoping to get a medal, and I missed it by 25 kilometers, and 25 kilometers is nothing. But yes, it was an experience, and it will help me next time to be more strategic with my running and my preparation. I definitely need to work more on my legs.
Next morning, I woke up early as I wanted to walk around and show you the beauty of the area. I had a lovely breakfast, replaced my running shoes with the hiking boots, dug out my hiking poles, and set out to hike up some mountains. I was walking around, taking pictures, and filming my reflections on the race. The snag being me forgetting to turn off the time-lapse regime on the camera. So, you can have some laughs at my thoughtful insights into trail running. Eventually, of course, I realized my mistake and had to film everything all over again.
Well, it's the next day after the race, and as you can see, I went hiking, which will answer some of the questions about how I feel. And how I feel is that I can walk. I obviously have some pain in my legs, which makes it a bit difficult to go downhill. But I feel quite okay. A little bit, there is this sick-ish feeling which you get when you have trained really hard. But otherwise, I'm pretty fine, as you can see. And I went for a hike along the part of the same way I was running yesterday. And I'm enjoying it. I am a bit more bitter about not finishing the race than yesterday, but well, I'm also thinking about how I can beat that race that beat me yesterday. And yeah, I need to train more, obviously, because even though I felt, and I said I felt like I could have finished it yesterday, the fact is that I didn't make it in time, which means that I don't know if I had it in me. I can never say. And yeah, I need to train more next time. It's really pretty around me, isn't it? I'm really enjoying it. But I'm such an idiot. I had a breakfast in the morning, but I didn't eat much because I felt sickish a little bit. And then I went for a hike, and I was planning to take my energy bars, the ones that I didn't finish yesterday because I had to stop running. But then I forgot, and now it's about 11, 11:30, and I'm so hungry, especially because I didn't eat enough yesterday. And I forgot my energy bars. So stupid. Some people asked me yesterday, what happens if you get injured and can you get lost and left on the trail? Well, the answer is no. But, well, first thing is the only places you can exit the race is at the aid station. So it's actually clever to estimate your time and your ability. And if you feel like you cannot make it to the next station, not to run there, which is why many people stopped at 50 kilometers when they felt like they will not make it to the cutoff time at 75 or 77, unlike me. Isn't it nice around me? It's so pretty. But yes, if you decide to exit, you have to get to the nearest station. But there is phone reception mostly everywhere, and you can call for an emergency if something happens, and they will probably come and save you. But most importantly, at the cutoff time, they have runners that kind of sweep all the parts of the trail, and it's like a person with an emergency kit who just checks that there is no one left dying on the trail. And the lady who was running from 50 to 77, she caught up with me around, well, close to 77, and she was really nice. We had a bit of a chat, and she had to kind of like walk behind me to make sure that nothing happens to me and I get to 77. And that's how it works. Basically, you will not be left. They will check if there's someone left and help them to get to the next aid station. As I said, I'm following the same route I was riding yesterday, and I kind of feel amazing about myself. It's so long and so muddy, there are so many uphills, and I cannot believe that I was running that after already had been running for 50 kilometers before that. It's really cool. And it's so nice now to look at the scenery, because yesterday I was so determined to try to finish to get to 77 before the cutoff time. And I wasn't really looking around. I wasn't even taking pictures in the second half, which is why I will probably use the pictures that I will take now for the video that you are watching at the moment. It's pretty. These views. It's really beautiful. But I probably need to start going back. I still wanted to have some rest today. Now it's like 12:30, and I've been walking for 3 hours. I guess it will take me about the same time to get back. I guess I will be heading back because I'm planning a much longer hike tomorrow, hopefully. What I definitely need to change before the next 100 kilometers race next year, which I'm planning to do, is to buy myself running poles. It's so much easier to go with these, but these are hiking poles. They are heavy and they don't fold as nicely as the running poles, because the running poles are made of, these days, really light and cool materials, which is why they're so expensive. But you can fold them really nicely in like a really short kind of running vaulted position, let's call it like this, and they're really, really light. That's why they were so expensive and I didn't buy myself one. But now that I was going through the mud and uphill, I realized how much easier it is with the poles. Definitely getting myself one till next year's race. Going downhill is quite painful, which is why I'm just lowering myself down with my poles. It's funny. Just bought myself some food for dinner. Well, 2 dinners and a lunch today. And it finally caught up with me. Now it's 3 o'clock and I really feel tired. And the shop is all the way down and my hotel is up the hill. And now I'm just dragging my feet. But very much looking forward to a lunch and the dinner. You know, some people say that we run long distance races to eat junk food after it. They're correct. I will spend the next 2 days eating junk food, chocolate, and everything sweet. Another day that I decided to stay here for a little bit of hiking. Not the best day for hiking, because as you can see, it's trying to rain and everything is really, really wet. Yeah, I started feeling a little bit worse yesterday evening. Just, you know, the feeling that you get after you've been sick really badly, weak, just a bit unwell, and my legs started hurting more, but not like too badly. It got really difficult to go downhill. I went for a walk in the evening just because I started feeling unwell, and it's always nice to go for a walk when you feel unwell. But going downhill, it was horrible. Well, today the race organizers have a 45, I think, kilometer race, it's actually a week of different races. First they had 27, then they had 100 and a short one 8. Today they have 45 and a 12, I think. And I was hoping to actually get to the place where they are running, because they partially run the same route as we did during 100. But yeah, I'm not sure if I will make it there in time. I was hoping to film them with my drone and use that footage for my YouTube video. But as you can see, it's horrible and it's going to rain even more and more. So I left my drone at home, but I have my camera. I can make some nice moody pictures, hopefully. And yeah, this morning I feel good again. We'll see how I feel in the evening, but now I feel just like very tired, but going uphill is fine. When I will be going downhill, that will be the problem. Yeah, I will show you more of the hike a little bit later. Yeah, don't film yourself when you walk on the narrow plank. You know, I hike here and I see a lot of trail runners, and I'm so envious. For example, today is Saturday and it's before 9 in the morning and people are running, and I'm so envious that they have an opportunity to actually train in the mountains, which I do not have. I really need to find a way to somehow train for this race in the mountain, but it's so hard when you don't have mountains around you. It's not like I would like to move here because I love this place, but for hiking, running, adventures, as for living, I prefer to be in a big city. I'm a big city person, but I'm envious of their training opportunities. You know, I keep thinking about the race. It's not like I'm being super upset or super dramatic about it. I'm not really a dramatic person, but it's just in the last couple of months it's been a large part of my life because I was training hard, and then I was trying to find a good way to train, and I was trying to rest properly, decrease my training in the last 2 weeks, and avoid some of my gymnastics classes so that I let my legs rest enough. And now I just keep thinking, what could I have done to actually finish it? Because, I still feel like I had it in me to finish 100 kilometers. Again, I know that I might be wrong. I have no idea, maybe I would have stopped at some point, but I got to 77 kilometers, which left me only 23, and 23 is my easy running distance. So I feel like, it just feels like an unfinished business. And I keep thinking, what I need to fix for the next time. I feel like probably the main problem was my strategy, because I was thinking that I will be just doing everything slowly, running slowly, carefully walking uphill, so that I don't waste too much energy in the first half and keep it till the next half. And I never really thought about the cutoff time. I never realized that I might not make it till up about 50k. And if I were thinking about it, I'm sure I had it in me to run faster, and then I would be able to pass the 77 kilometers cutoff time. And then it was kind of, the 77 kilometers time was really early, because the next cutoff was at 82, just 5 kilometers later, and there was, I think, 3 hours for that. So I wish they had this 77 kilometers time a little bit later, and then I would be able to do it. So you see, it's just, I keep thinking and thinking about it. And by the way, look, it's really romantic and mysterious around me. I love this kind of weather. But it's a little bit annoying, I would say. know. It's my little holiday. Even though it's only 4 days and I'm going back tomorrow, back to work on Monday. It's my little holiday, so I should be happy and I should be enjoying it, which is exactly what I'm trying to do. You know, the annoying thing, the sad thing today, I have to say that I'm a breakfast person. I really love breakfasts when I travel, because usually I just have breakfast at work. I take something with me and then I have a breakfast at my desk. But when I travel, I'm so fond of staying at a hotel and having a nice breakfast, taking some time over it, maybe while watching some videos, or I don't know, sitting watching Instagram and eating just food that I would not put any effort into if I were at home. Yeah, I love a breakfast. And my most favorite thing is when a hotel has waffles, and the hotel I'm staying in has waffles. But this morning there was no waffle maker, and I was so disappointed. I was so much looking forward to it, because yesterday I was so tired in the morning that I really couldn't eat much. I made myself one waffle, but today my plan was to eat at least 2. And there was no waffle maker. So annoying. I hope that tomorrow, when I have breakfast before going home, that the waffle maker will be back. But today I will keep trying to enjoy myself, and hopefully I will be able to get to the 45-kilometer race course to take some pictures. It's unfortunately quite far away, but well, I have the whole day. Well, I keep enjoying this extremely dirty road, which I was running just the day before yesterday. I hope I will make it to where the 45-kilometer people are running. I checked the live results, and the last point they were seen was 17 kilometers, and this is closer to the end. So I guess that's like their, I don't know, 35 maybe kilometers. So I think I will make it, but also I'm not sure if I want to. I mean, I want to, but also I remember this road from the day before yesterday, and a little bit further it's going to become so dirty. I'm not sure I will enjoy it. I've just slipped, so all my behind is very dirty. Not something you would enjoy, but yeah, it's still nice too. I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm enjoying the scenery. It's not too hot. It's a little bit hot, but not too hot. It's a nice day. But maybe it will be nice to cut it short and go back and work on my next Fjällmaraton skiing video. Enjoying this mud definitely, but I'm so close. You see, that's one of the aid stations behind me, so I'm on the track. Obviously no runners yet. Yes, I got to the point I was planning to get to, because they'll be coming down that mountain, and then I can cheer for at least some of them and take some pictures. And I cannot see anyone yet, which means I'm perfectly in time. I just need to find a good place for taking some pictures. Nice job! Keep going! Great speed! Well done! So I cheered for the first man. Then I was thinking about also waiting for the women, but I checked the live times and they were so far away, and I was too lazy to wait for an hour. Then I decided to head back. Maybe I will go to the finish line to see all the action, but maybe I will just go to the hotel. I still have about 2 or 3 hours to go back. But it's a nice day out. With the weather people, by which I mean people who make weather forecasts. They said rain all day, constant rain. What is this? I mean, I'm very happy with the weather, but the problem is because of the forecast, I didn't take my sunscreen, I didn't take my hat, I even left my drone at the hotel. Now I have to try to hide from the sun with my hood, and that's very annoying. I blame the weather people. What is this? It's been about 7.5 hours of hiking, and I'm almost back to the hotel. Again, today, like a complete idiot, I forgot to take any food, and I was so looking forward to it, to take a thermos of tea with me and something sweet. And then, I don't know, I guess my brain is still too tired after the race. Also, I'm very bad at thinking about food, usually. I really need to fix that. But anyway, I'm very much looking forward to getting to the hotel and making myself some kind of lunch. I've just had a lovely dinner to treat myself. It's the last evening here, and now I just decided to take a walk to shake it off. It was so nice, but now I won't be able to sleep with all of this. And you know, there were people who ran 45 today, and they were wearing their medals. And now I'm so sad again that I didn't get a medal. It feels so annoying, so much effort, all the traveling, all the running, and I'm not bringing home a medal. I really should be going home, because if I stay here longer I'll be more and more upset about it, seriously. But yeah, tomorrow my train is at 4 and there'll be a taxi to pick me up at 3, which means I will probably have some more time to go on a hike. The problem being that I need to pack in the morning, but you know, when you hike in the mountains, then you're just dirty up to your ears. And yeah, I don't know how to be about this. I'll probably need to, I don't know, wear my hiking clothes, then pack, but keep my reasonable outfit outside to return and then change into something clean, because I cannot go on the train covered in mud. But I would really like to go for one more hike if it doesn't rain, because it looks like it's going to rain, but you know, weather people told me that it's going to rain today, and did it? It is a little bit in the morning, but they promised the full day of rain, and where is the rain? There is no rain, so I hope they're still wrong about tomorrow, and I will have a short, lovely hike. I've been walking now and looking at the times, at the splits that I had during my race, and I was thinking what I should change and what mistakes I have made. I want to record it so that I remember by the next time. So the first split, 0 to 22 kilometers till Vålådalen. I think I was running too fast. I will pop up my time somewhere here. So the speed was 7:35, I think. It's not too fast for my usual running, because my usual running is road running, and usually I run way faster. But I think it was too fast for this specific race. And it's not because I was too tired, but because the reason I was running at this pace was because I felt challenged by the other runners, and I was trying to keep up. I really should not do it next time. But I think that's the main problem with the first split. Then comes the second one, between 22 and 35. And that is where we go over the highest mountain. And there I definitely made a mistake of not pushing hard enough. Because I was really not thinking that I will not be able to make the time cut. And I was thinking that I will save myself and I will not push hard on the uphill. And I basically walked most of the way. Plus it was so pretty. I couldn't stop just looking at it and looking around and enjoying it. But what I need to do next time, I really need to run some of it, which will be possible especially if I buy myself running poles. I could definitely have done a much better job at this point. Then there was the downhill, obviously, after the uphill. I don't think I can change anything about that, because unfortunately, as I don't have trails where I live, I cannot train downhill. I trained uphill on a treadmill, that's what you can do. But downhill, it's a technical thing. No, I cannot change it, so I will have to leave it the way it is. And now the main problem was between 38 and 51, the middle. And you can see that the speed was the same as me going over the highest mountain. It was, of course, a lot of uphill, but not as high as the previous split. And the reason I was so slow was because of the mud. Because I'm not used to running in the mud, I was very careful, trying not to sleep, and just trying not to get my shoes wet, because when I run in wet shoes, I get horrible blisters, which is why I was trying to go nicely around it, and basically I walked a lot of the way just because I was trying not to run through the mud. Which means next time, if there is mud, which is possible, I'm running through it, and what I will do, I will hopefully be able to buy a second pair of trail running shoes, and when I get to 50 I will just change into the dry ones. That will definitely help me to speed up. I will just run through the mud, and I'm sure my running poles, if I buy those, will help me to not be so worried about sleeping on the mud. Now the next one, 50 to 65, you can see that it's actually faster than the previous ones, which is ridiculous when you think about it. I should be tired by then, but what changed was that I realized that I'm not making it. So I started running even on uphill, and I sped up like quite a lot, which means it's possible. Which means also that I don't think I will be able to change anything in this part. I was doing my best. In the next split, however, between 65 and 78, I made a huge mistake. I mean, it wasn't a mistake. It's just that I was trying to make the cut-off time. And at this point, I ran out of water, but I didn't even stop at 65 to fill my water bottle, because I was trying to make the cut-off time. And I stopped eating because I didn't want to waste time, which is why about 2 kilometers before 77, I was exhausted. But I mean, if I'm making the cut-off time next time, I will not be doing this stupid thing. Yeah, that's a note to myself for the next time. What to do, what to avoid, and what my tactics should be. I left my luggage at the hotel to take one last hike before I leave in the afternoon and just say goodbye to Jämtland. It's so nice. I'm listening to an audiobook. It's still dirty, but it's so much less muddy than it was during the run. It got way more dry, which is annoying, but yeah. Keep thinking about the race, keep analyzing, keep trying to decide what I should have done differently, which is stupid, but that's my thing. I really should think about something else. That's why I went for a hike, because here you can just enjoy and maybe think less about annoying things. I love this forest.
And this is the end of this story. The taxi took me to the train station, and then the train took me back to Uppsala. But if you want to see me running the 100k again, which I definitely intend to do, unless something goes really wrong, you can subscribe to this channel and just wait till the next summer, when the race is on the 31st of August. And I have more hiking stories, which I intend to show you quite soon. I hope you enjoyed this one, and see you again.